Hi, I'm Nicole. Here is a little bit about me and my journey to where I am now and how I got here. So I'll take you back, not all the way to the beginning, but where I started really thinking about my career and my life and where I wanted to go. When I first graduated, I went into psychology and got my BA from UBC. I wanted to go on to get my master's in nutrition to develop a program for high schools and elementary schools to educate about eating disorders, how to help, who to ask for help from, what to say, what to do, body shaming, bullying. I wanted to help educate parents, teachers, counselors, and the girls themselves. Unfortunately, I was in a car accident, so I was unable to attend school or work or do anything other than surgeries and physiotherapy for about 5 or 6 years. So when I finally was able to go back to work, what I had originally dreamed for myself had to change a little bit. I wanted to do something a little less serious, a little lighter, a little less strenuous, but I still wanted to help, I still wanted to give back, but in a different way. So I chose to go to work with Aviva, which is the girls' clothing store for Lululemon. So we did as Lululemon does, along with selling the girls' clothes, so on and so forth. We taught boot camp classes, which I taught, ballet classes, I taught a couple of those, and we did self-empowerment. So we held a couple of nights at the store with a very cool group of girls. Love my coworkers. It was a really cool group of young women that all worked together. So it was a very fun place to work for a while. However, it only satisfied one part of my personality. It was the extrovert. It was going to work every day and being on, being fun, being energetic, being interesting, exciting, whatever. But it didn't satisfy any of sort of my introvert intellectual needs. There was no reading, there was no research, there was no educating beyond, the pants and the shirts and so on and so forth. So I missed that. I missed it. So I went back to school, a bit of a school nerd, and I got my accounting certificate, and I became an executive assistant at a regulatory body, which is, as it sounds, a body or a company organization that regulates a profession. So whether it be doctors, lawyers, nurses, architects, engineers, something along those lines. I'm not saying which. Anyways, so I worked with them. My bosses were very cool, great people, interesting, fun, lovely. However, the environment of the office itself was quite beige. I'm not a very beige human. The cubicle work, the monotonous tone and tenor of the work for me was difficult to deal with on a day-to-day basis. There wasn't a lot of social interaction, not just in the social part. I meant like collaborative, together type work, which for me was difficult. I like to be on my own, work on my own, but I also really love and thrive on working with other people. So that didn't work. So I took some time off to sort of really figure out what would be the best job, career for me to satisfy both the introvert and the extrovert in me. So while I was taking this time to sort of think, I started volunteering, and I loved it. I love it. It's great. Everybody that volunteers, they want to be there. They're excited about what they're doing. They're passionate about the subject. They're passionate about helping other people. It's just a different way to work. It's a different group of people to work with. It's not punching in, punching out. You're there for a reason, there for a purpose. And for me, that was everything. It was an quote Oprah aha moment. So I volunteered with the Car Free West End group, which was awesome. I was on the planning committee. I'm doing it again this year. We all had our individual jobs, roles, but we met every week and everyone helped one another. If you had a problem, we would help you. If you had concerns, we were there. It was such a beautiful, collaborative, everyone fought, like, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like, violins playing in the background or anything silly like that. It was real people working, but working together for the same reason, for the same purpose, for something that we cared about, that there was, no matter what we were doing on our own, it was all for the same purpose. So we would find a way to work together. So that's how I got to fundraising, because that's what it's all about. No matter what, the end goal is the same. Whether it's major gifts or planned giving or emails or whatever it is, everybody's working towards the same thing. Everyone wants the same thing. Everyone is there for more than just the paycheck. It's a different way to work, and I need that. And it has all sort of levels and factions of what I like and what I need and what I find satisfaction from. So that is how I got into fundraising, and that's why I'm so stoked and so happy to be where I am. And obviously I'm going to have to talk to quite a few people and ask them for money, so what better course could I take than public speaking? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. Looking forward to hearing your feedback.